In this video, I'm going to share with you how much it costs to fuel up a diesel Mercedes Sprinter cargo van 2500. And I also need to get some DEF as well, so we're going to do both. All right, so as you can see here, I'm just under a quarter tank and I'm just under half a tank with the DEF. So let's go. All right, so I am here at the Quick Trip to fuel my baby up. And so the first thing that I do when fueling my Sprinter up is the most important thing, all right? And that is, I am not touching this right here. Look. I'm not touching that, all right? So what we're gonna do is, hold on, let this, all right. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna grab a ton of those right there, all right? So what I usually do is put some on my hands and then put some around the nozzle, all right? So, and I got the DEF. I got the DEF right there. So here's what all right, so here's what I do. I open this bad boy up right here. And I put, hold on. And so now, as you can see, I'm not touching this, man. I put a paper towel around it. Take this bad boy, oh, my bad, hold on. Oh, shoot, hold on, yeah. And I enter it into the hole. All right, so we got that there. And we got to use diesel here. And as you can see, the fuel is 310, 3.099, 310. All right. So I am going to go ahead and get this bad boy going. All right, so I'm gonna pop the hood. So we got the hood going. So I don't want y'all cussing me out in the comment sections and stuff like that. The vehicle is off. I saw a vehicle where this young lady, she had this nice Mercedes GL something. I see a lot of those around town. They're very popular with the college girls. And she would go to the fuel station and she would have her vehicle still running while pumping gas. Women. All right, so let's go over here. I got the pop 1 second. Y'all. All right, so as you can see here, this is DEF. Undo this bad boy. Get out of there. And I'm gonna set this. Okay, we just heard the fuel stop, so I'm gonna come back here. Let's see where we at with the fuel. All right, so right now we're at 64.55. 64.55 and 21 gallons. So I'm gonna see if I can squeeze it a little bit more, bring the nozzle out. So hold on 1 second. And that's it, y'all. So the total amount for this Sprinter is 65, 64, 21, 18. All right, so let's get back to the DEF. I'm gonna take this, take the nozzle out. As y'all know, this is how I do it. I gotta protect my hands. You know, people and these germs, you can get sick out here and you do not want that. Because I just got over a really bad cold, so I'm not trying to go back down that dark path. All right, so And you all won't be able to see this, but this here, when I pull the nozzle out, you're going to have that little drip, and you don't want that drip to catch on your truck. As you can see, like a lot of times you're going to see people that around their fuel, where they put their fuel tank, they would have this weird looking spot where the fuel, they're not, you know, being careful, and you know, that sun will hit and it just tear your truck up. Okay, so this is just how I operate, and you know, so that's what I do. So I'm gonna take this part here and put it around the tip of the nozzle so it can catch that diesel, so it won't land on the truck. All right. Okay, so we're back. We got to head to the front of the truck to do the DEF. Okay, and so this is the DEF that I use. It's the blue DEF, and this here, I got this at Walmart. I think it was around like $17.98, $17.99. That was the that's with tax included. So the total price, wait, get this bad boy going. So another reason why I wanted to show you all at the beginning the fuel tank and the DEF tank, to make sure you could do this in one take. You got to make sure with that DEF tank, you got to get just under the halfway point. Okay, if you're just over that, you're going to have your grill looking very splashy, you know, and it coats up like this cold frosty thing all over your grill. So make sure when you're putting DEF in your Sprinter van that it's just under a half a tank, and you can let this bad boy go. But if you feeling, you know, you're feeling yourself and you're like, oh man, I got this, I need some DEF, if you're not careful, I'm telling you, because it's going to be a cleanup that you really don't want. So to avoid your grill having a nice mess on it, make sure that it's under a half a tank. All right, so it's here. That came off very easy. I hope nobody didn't get into this. That came off a little bit too easy. All right, so I got the top off. Bring this bad boy up. Make sure nothing get in your eyes. And voila. So while I got this here going, as you can see, it's around like $65 to fuel up the tank, but I usually spend about $250 a week, so $1,000 a month on diesel. So doing local deliveries, and sometimes maybe a little more. It just depends on how busy you are. But see, now if this was over a half a tank around this time, because I know I've gotten in trouble doing this a lot of times, the fluid would just rush up and just be all over the grill. I got a little here. I don't know where that stuff coming from, but all right. So again, we're gonna get that the paper towel, because we don't want no drip. Make sure we got all that there. All right. Put the your DEF cap back on. Twist this bad boy. And all right, so as you can see here, even with me trying to be careful, I still have a little drip right there, as you can see. Let me see if I can get it right there. Okay, but if I wasn't right under that half a tank, it would just be all over here. It'll be all over here. So I'm just gonna, you know, clean that up there. Sometimes I have to get some water if it's real bad. I had to take my baby to the car wash and put that bad boy in the trash. All right, let me let this bad boy here down. Hold on one second. Okay, so now why is it that with my Sprinter cargo van I could only get fuel at the truck stop? Okay, I can't go to the regular shops, regular fuel stations in the city, so I had to go outside the city to get diesel, because if in the city, many people don't use diesel. Okay, so if you end up getting diesel and the diesel has been sitting there, you can end up having some drivability problems. So as you can see, we got people coming in here with diesel. You know, they're fueling their vehicles up with diesel nonstop. So you don't want your diesel sitting for long periods of time. So that's why it's always suggested that you go to a truck stop, and that's the reason why, because you don't want that diesel sitting for long periods of times, because it will affect your drivability. Okay, so the total to fuel up the Sprinter van and the DEF tank was $82.67. The fuel by itself was 65, 64, something like that. So that sounds about right. You know, like I said before, I spend about $250 a week doing local deliveries, and that totals $1,000 a month. So, you know, it pays for itself. Okay, watch this next video here while I explain to you why you shouldn't tell anyone that you own a cargo van business. Are you really sure you're ready for this game? Are you really sure that this is what you want? Are you really sure that you can handle the dark side of the game, the dark side of human nature? Watch this next video here. Thanks for watching. Safe travels, and I will see you on the next one.